So there's one anime this season that I didn't expect to be good, but I checked out anyway out of curiosity. But it has genuinely impressed me a lot. It still isn't the greatest anime ever or anything, but I have genuinely been impressed by this show. And if you've read the title and looked at the thumbnail, then you know I'm talking about the anime Days with My Stepsister. That title alone would throw most people off, and I get it. I'm the same way, but I say you should give this anime a shot, because I think just like with me, you will be thoroughly impressed by this anime. But let me give you all of my reasons for that, and then you can decide to watch this anime or not. Let's start with some of the themes in this anime. Family. What is family? It can be the people you share blood with, but it can also be your closest friends. Family is a very important part of everyone's lives, for better or worse. This anime focuses heavily on the dynamic of family and what it means to be a normal family under not so normal circumstances. Saki and Yuta, the main characters, try to act like normal siblings around each other, and they get along well with each other and their parents. They try their best not to be weird around each other and also respect each other's boundaries. Seeing this relationship in this anime has been pretty refreshing, as in most of these types of anime, it goes right into the romance and skips this part. Speaking of the romance, as of the writing of this video, the romance has only just now started to develop, and it has been done in such a natural way that I'm not even mad at it. In most stepsister anime, it is very ecchi and lewd and all around just pretty gross. But as I said in this anime, the main characters respect each other and their boundaries, and it has made the development of their feelings feel very natural. Especially since as of episode 9, they have only been a family for like a month or so it is hard to really be mad at the fact that they fall in love. It would be different if they were raised as siblings, but they weren't. This anime has done an incredible job at making everything feel so natural and not gross and weird, and it has actually made this anime pretty fun to watch. Growing up is not always easy, especially if you have to be moved into an unfamiliar environment. Being in high school is probably the most important time of growth and figuring yourself out that you'll have in life, and these characters are doing their best to try to figure out who they want to be and how they want to achieve things. We have seen how the environments of the characters have shaped them into who they are. Saki doesn't have too many friends she can lean on for help, which is probably a product of the environment she grew up in. Not hating on her mother, as she needed to work hard to provide for her daughter, but her lack of being there has definitely affected Saki on a very deep level that still to this day impedes her life. But she is slowly growing as a person and is realizing how to express her feelings more, which is great to see for sure. Although the characters don't seem to have all that many friends, the ones they do have seem like really good folks. They seem to be supportive and helpful and all around just solid people. Having friends like that is not a bad thing and can actually make your life a lot easier. They help each other out and that helps you to grow as a person. Friendship is always important. It doesn't matter how many friends you have, it matters about the quality of those friendships, and in this case, I think both Saki and Yuta have gotten really lucky there. But life can be nice and cruel at the same time, so it is cool to see that at least this worked out in their lives. This anime talks about one thing that I really like. It reminds you to enjoy the simple things in life. You shouldn't always be worrying about studying or the deadline at work or whatever other stress is always eating away at you. Instead, just take a break and do something fun. Hang out with friends, watch TV, do whatever it is that you like to do and enjoy life. Studying and work deadlines are important, but they aren't the be all and end all. Just try to enjoy life the best you can while you still can, and if you do that, I think a lot of things will work out for the better in the long run. One thing I really love about this anime is how each episode switches the perspective the story is told in. Half the episodes are told from Yuta's perspective, and it is structured more like a traditional romance anime is, and the other half is told from Saki's perspective. This is really interesting, as this is structured in a way more so like she is reminiscing on the past, and we can see that through the filter they try to put onto the episode to make it look like an older memory. It is super interesting and cool to see a show take the risk of retelling what we already saw from a different perspective but still finding a way to make it interesting in its own way. This is one of the many ways that this anime has surprised and impressed me. Another thing that has genuinely impressed me in this anime is how it looks. The animation isn't anything special, but the shot composition and framing is really well done. The way this anime looks on a fundamental level is also really nice. These types of anime normally never have anything going for them, so it is nice to see that this anime has at least managed to look really nice. The characters in this anime are pretty good. The interactions between the main two are great, and I also like the side characters, although not as much. The characters are just solid all around. Saki is a highlight character for me, not because of any particular reason, I just like her character growth. Going from someone who is pretty standoffish and who can't really enjoy the present moment, to someone who is slowly learning how to live for the now and enjoy life. Yuta is a pretty good main character. He doesn't have too much special about him that makes him stand out over other romance MCs, however, he doesn't need to. He helps Saki by bringing her out of her shell and really just by being a shoulder she can lean on for support when she needs one, which is nice. The other somewhat important character in this anime, Shiori, is interesting. She is a good senpai and someone who has a very close relationship with Yuta, which does make Saki jealous pretty often. She has a quirky personality and is someone who Yuta can lean on when he needs advice about anything, but mostly concerning Saki. The characters in this anime have thoroughly surprised me in ways I didn't expect. All props to the writers for being able to make super interesting characters in a story about step-siblings falling in love. Days with My Stepsister is an anime that has actually surprised the hell out of me. Do I think it's the greatest anime ever? No. But for what I expected versus what I got, it is very good. I actually would recommend giving this anime a shot if you are into more coming of age type stories, because although this is technically a romance, it is more of a coming of age story with the romance being a background focus. And because of that, the story has ended up being amazing. So you should definitely check it out and see for yourself. Alright, that was the video. If you liked it, maybe think about dropping a like and subscribing as well, it helps out a ton. And if you do decide to join the community, then I'll see you next week with another video. Bye!